Texas League Baseball is next. And good evening, everybody. Would like to welcome you to Friday Night Baseball here in the Texas League. And now, here is the star of the show, the one, the only, Johnny Baker. Well, thank you there, Bob. We'd like to welcome you back to the Permian Basin here in West Texas, the city of Midland. It is the fourth game of our six-game series between the visiting San Antonio Missions and your Midland Rockhounds. Well, gotta say, it was a pretty good ball game last night as Midland took the W by a final score of 4-1. And so far tonight, seeing if they could win another here in good old Franco Park. Well, anyway, tonight is Taco Villa night here at the ballpark, and as you come into the ballpark, you will get a little voucher book that's got coupons in it. So far, you could take that to Taco Villa and claim free food as well. They will also, hopefully, have an awards program where you could get in, and once you purchase that food, you get free awards as you purchase that said item. Well, anyway, we do have some news about a second baseman tonight, and that is a former San Antonio Mission who got called up to AAA El Paso. As of yesterday, Marcos Castañon, who was in a broadcast Wednesday night, has been put up to AAA El Paso, along with Rosamond Verdugo, who was there about last month ago, but now, as we look at it, Castañon is no longer on the San Antonio Missions in the lineup as he got called up to AAA El Paso just yesterday. Well, anyway, the series continues tomorrow evening as we'll have post-game fireworks after the ball game. Sit back, relax, enjoy the best fireworks show courtesy of the Midland Rockhounds. First half will wrap up after Sunday's game, our first pitch at 1:05. So far after that, finally 4 days to get off and have some rest as we conclude this first half. And so far, we'll just have a good time, just having fun, going out swimming, horseback riding, watching movies, staying up late. You know, you do almost anything your little heart wants when you don't have to go to work or whatever you want. But most evidently, you can go out and travel. You can have yourself a good time. You can play Atlas Earth, get badges, and all types of stuff. And if you haven't heard about Atlas Earth, well, you want to make sure, go download that app. You get virtual rent when you earn virtual parcels, which that is pretty good. And so far, I do have the app. It's really fun to play. I stay boosted all the time, and I keep up with the monthly award ladder, which you get one badge a month. And that way, you know, you get up to your next tier, which you get a 20% on your rent boost. What's that right there? Pretty good. But anyway, I played Atlas Earth for 1 year, and so far, continuing to love it as is here in this one. Well, anyway, as we continue on this one, I got to say, beautiful conditions as we get into this one. We did have rain showers just off to the east of Midland. And I got to say, just a little bit of rain, you know, not going to hurt anybody on that. But evidently, it is sunny, hot, and humid. Temperature today was 98 degrees. And got to say, yeah, we are still feeling it here at the ballpark as we get ready to go. Well, anyway, also got my partner in the booth with me, Bob. How you doing, Bob? Doing good there, Johnny. How are you? I am doing swell this Friday night. And yeah, so far, I gotta ask, did you enjoy the ball game last night? Yeah, I gotta say, I really enjoyed the ball game. It was really good. And so far, I gotta say, pretty fun. That is for sure. Well, anyway, we do have to say, for Marcos Castañon not being in the lineup tonight, or for the past two nights in a row that he's been gone for the San Antonio Missions. You know, he played his last game in a double-A uniform. And by golly, he got the call up to AAA El Paso yesterday. And so far, now in a AAA uniform out there in El Paso, Texas. And his next call-up track is getting up into San Diego, where every minor leaguer went. And gotta say, like Fernando Tatis Jr. and River Stevens, Peter Van Gansen, and many more alike that was here for San Antonio in 2018. Well, former San Antonio Missions come and go, and yes, they come and go with relative ease. And gotta say, pretty good for those prospects that go from the minors to the major leagues. And some of them, they do have free agencies and all types of stuff. But anyway, just depends on where they go from here. They could play even a college collegiate league farm system. You know, they get traded off somewhere. If they go into a special college program, you know, they're more than likely going to play baseball for a college group. But anyway, yeah, some colleges do have that special program, and so far, pretty good. But anyway, we wish the best of luck to Castañon out there in AAA El Paso, and so far, continuing on your journey ahead and moving on up like all of us will one of these days. You know, hard work definitely pays off when we all look at it, and we all know that someday it will happen. Yep, gotta say, Johnny, absolutely right. Well, anyway, just about set to go for the top half of the first inning for San Antonio here tonight. And gotta say, yes, the winds are starting to blow a little bit just to the center field wall, which that'd give us a pretty good breeze here tonight. Which that right there, always a good thing. Well, anyway, we're just about set to go here for the top half of the first inning. And we'll go ahead and take you downstairs as we present tonight's ball game here in Midland. And gotta say, hope y'all are super excited for tonight getting going in this one. Well, I know we are a bit tardy tonight getting going, but we are definitely getting baseball set to go in this one. Left-hander James Gonzalez on the heel for Midland as we get ready to go in Game 4 of this 6-game series. Four-seam curveball, changeup, slider, and a sinker. On the scouting report that he has, getting ready to go. Shortstop Clay Dungan getting ready to go as we lead it off with the top of the first inning for San Antonio. And just look how pretty it is. Not a cloud in the sky. Now we're underway, 1 ball and no strikes. As we are here at 7:21, first pitch. And yes, we do run a little bit late here and there, but most evidently we're about 7 minutes late, but that's okay. We'll try to do better next time. 2 balls and 1 strike to Clay Dungan. First 3 pitches by the starting pitcher for Midland, James Gonzalez. That one is a high pop-up, straight away, high in the air, and that will reach it down as it almost hit the ground, and that is out number 1. Well, here's the starting lineups for San Antonio, and so far as we look, second baseman Luis Verdugo is out there. No covering that second base area, so that's good for him to come in and cover that up really good. Center fielder Kai Roberts up now for the Missions. San Antonio to their road grays. Midland is wearing blue and white orange caps. Rockhounds on the chest labeled in orange. And to say tomorrow it will be oranges and whites will be for Sunday's game, as they'll try to stay cool just wearing light colors tomorrow. Or not tomorrow, Sunday. I do apologize about that. Right there, swung on and missed. They got him, and there's two down. Now here is Ethan Salas as he comes in. We'll take that one. They'll contest that. And, well, they overcalled it right there. So now the call gets overturned. And it's no balls and one strike. That one ricochets foul, and it's 0-2. Wind up and the pitch. Here we go. Swing and a miss, and they'll take them down. A 1-2-3 half inning, and the side is retired. No runs, hits, or errors, and nobody left for San Antonio. As we get ready for the bottom of the first inning, it's no score through half an inning. Well, we'll be right back as we get things going for the bottom of the first for Midland. And we'll be right back here in this one. About set to go for the bottom of the first. Right now, the Rockhounds Baseball Network. Left-hander Omar Cruz is on the mound for San Antonio tonight here in Game 4. ERA 4.91 on the ERA. 27.8% on a strikeout. And a walk 16 and 7%. Shortstop Leo Dallas DeVries coming in now as we get set to go for this half inning. Here's the windup and the pitch, and that's going to be an inside strike. It's 0-1 as we lead off the bottom of the first here tonight for Midland. Crowd still piling in, taking their seats. Make sure y'all come on out because this is the final weekend before we're off for the next 4 days after Sunday. And then we'll have our second half getting ready to go. Well, Rockhounds look like this tonight for the starting lineups. DeVries, Halter, and Nankill will lead it off. Malone Swift's man will be middle. Leary, Elliott, and McGuire coming in into the lineup. Second baseman is Colby Halter, as he'll be the next one to go. One out, nobody on here in this half inning. That one is outside, 1 ball and no strikes. Northwest Arkansas leading 2-0. Top of the second inning there in Wichita, Kansas. 1 ball and no strikes. That one is outside again, 2-0. Arkansas and Amarillo tied 1-1. Top of the second for the Travelers. So far, no score here in Midland. Frisco and Corpus Christi scoreless. Top of the second. Springfield and Tulsa are scoreless. They're top of the second. 2-1 the count. High in the air, straight away. Up to left field is Murphy. He'll make the play, and that is out number 2. Boy, pretty good, as that will be 2 quick outs to lead off this half inning. Here's right fielder Nate Nankiel. Rockhounds will wear their road oranges tomorrow. Home whites on Sunday, as we'll have that Sunday afternoon game. Now remember, it is said that if you have hot temperatures, it is best to wear light-colored clothing, just to keep yourself cool. Remember, don't cool down too fast, because if you cool down fast, you can make yourself sick doing that. So make sure you don't do that. That one right there out of play, and still hanging on is 0-2 to Nankiel. Make sure you also find shade as you go along the day. If you plan to spend your time outside, if you're out there more than 8 or 9 hours, well, make sure that you definitely find you some shade. Also, stay hydrated. That's most important, too, is water and Gatorade. You also got to make sure that you are staying hydrated and you're taking care of yourself, checking on your family members, and also your friends. Well, that right there will end the half inning, so that will do. No runs, hits, or errors here in this half inning. And we head to the second inning. It is no score through 1 as we lead off the second for San Antonio coming up next. Well, we'll be ready to go as Romeo Sanabria will lead it off in the second inning. And so far, it's no score through 1 here tonight. Top half of the second inning for San Antonio right now on the Rockhounds Baseball Network. Middle half of the order will lead it off with Romeo Sanabria against James Gonzalez, who is on the mound tonight for Midland. First pitch misses outside, ball one. 1-0 offering. And that again will miss outside, 2-0. So far, fans watching from San Antonio, and that's downstairs again, 3-0. And on deck, Braden Carpathios, the right fielder, getting ready to get on. And right there, ball four. So that is 4 pitches, 4 balls, and 1 walk as Romeo Sanabria gets on the first. Here's Braden Carpathios now. And that one is high and outside, 1-0, trying to commit to a chasing attempt from the San Antonio right fielder. Not many times you would see a prospect go after to chase a fastball, but some of them do because they get overzealous in trying to catch that fastball and drive it up to anywhere in the outfield. 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the pitch. That one is a high flyer up to the center field area. And that almost hit the ground. Boy, they had to lunge to get that one. And that is out number 1. Designated hitter Albert Fabian next up in line. Runner at first, 1 man down here in this half inning. Here's the pitch. That one right there. Line drive, base hit up to right, and there you go. First for San Antonio. They got a scoring person in scoring position, and that'll be Sanabria there at second base. And boy, just tell you one thing. It get pretty interesting to see a base hit come in, and then now you know you got a man in scoring position. That is for sure there, Johnny. Third baseman Nate Mondu coming in now as he'll take a strike inside. It's 0-1. And never forget the names that we used to have here for San Antonio this year. Rosemond Verdugo, the third baseman, got moved. Marcos Castañon, the next batter. That got called up to AAA El Paso. That was yesterday evening. We heard the word that he got moved up. And right there, a swing and a miss, and that's 2 down. And the third one for the Rockhound starter, James Gonzalez. Boy, tell you one thing, pretty good. Kai Murphy next for San Antonio straws up. Here's the windup and the pitch. That's a swing and a miss. It's 0-1. And you see what I tell you about having to have a patience of waiting on that box is you have to really keep in and make sure you don't swing at after anything. Because any way you do miss, you go down on a strikeout. No balls, 2 strikes to count, and here's the pitch. That one is a high flyer. Straight away, up to right field, up to the 323 marker, and that will be the side retired. No runs, a hit, 2 left, and no errors. And we are 2.5 here in Midland, and it's no score through 2.5. Brendan Malone will be next for Midland as we get ready to come back from our break. It is no score through 2.5. Well, just about set to go for the bottom of the second inning for Midland right now, the Rockhounds Baseball Network. Brendan Malone stepping in now as he'll face off Omar Cruz. We'll have middle half of the order set to go. Wind up and a pitch, and that one is going to be yanked foul. It's 0-1. Sunny conditions getting into this ball game, and beautiful weather as we go along the way of what is today, tomorrow, and Sunday as well, but can't rule out a possibility of a stray shower or thunderstorm on Sunday. That one's going to be right there, and that's going to land for a base hit. So that's a no-out single for Brendan Malone as he comes in. Boy, gets something going for the Rockhounds. There is Drew Swift, the 5-hole batter. That one is high fly in the air, straight away up to left field, and that is caught on the warning track by Kai Murphy. And there is one man down. Boy, one pitch by Drew Swift, and he goes down on a knockout punch. That high fly up to left field will get him out real quick and easy. That one right there, out of count now, 0-1. Kids are out of school for this remaining month of July. Then it's back to school in August. Back to school supplies are going to be next week or 2 weeks from now, 3 weeks, but most evidently the supplies go to H-E-B or Walmart.
Center fielder, number 3.
But, we don't have a proud sponsor with Walmart, but H-E-B is always the best in the state of Texas. You can find anything in that store. It's easy to find. 2 down. Here is Cameron Leary as he comes in. Takes that one in for a strike. It's 0-1. Crowd still piling in here this game. Ugly Christmas sweater giveaway to the first 1,500. So if you came early, the early bird always gets the worm. Here's the pitch right there. Swing and a miss. They got him. And that goes down for the third and final out. And that will be it for the half inning. So no runs, hits, or errors. And no one, or should I say one man left. And we head to the third inning. It's no score through 2 innings. So about set to go. As a 9-hole batter, Luis Verdugo will get set. And yes, we will start over that again. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left for Midland. And the third inning coming up right after this. Well, just about set to go as we lead off the third inning for San Antonio, right now on the Rockhounds Baseball Network. Luis Verdugo's trying up now, 9-1-2, due up against James Gonzalez, and that will miss outside, 1 ball and no strikes. Welcome you back to Rockhounds Baseball on this Friday night. Join us in this one tomorrow night, 7 o'clock, as we'll have post-game fireworks right after that. Sunday, we'll wrap up the series against San Antonio, then 4 days being off. Don't miss us too much while we're away now. Yeah, for sure. There's a lot of times where the Texas League will miss you, but a lot of times it's for good reason that the All-Stars break coming in. Yep, that is for sure there, Bobby. 2 balls, 2 strikes right there. Ground ball straight away up to the shortstop. Throw down the first in time. They get him by a step. It's 1 down to Luis Verdugo. Clay Dungan, the shortstop, coming in now, is 0 for 1, a fly out. Boy, to tell you one thing, always a good thing when you have those 4 days off. You could do almost anything your little heart wants to. Get you a much-needed rest. You can stay up. You can do whatever you want. Anything you want? Boy, I tell you one thing there, Johnny. That sounds like a pitch-perfect 4 days off. Yeah, but just remember, Friday, July 17th, we are back in San Antonio taking on Corpus Christi. Lead off 3, then it's 6 against the Frisco Rough Riders. And after that, we'll head to Amarillo to take on the Sod Poodles for that 6-game set. Missions go back to San Antonio to take on Springfield for 6. Frisco at Statesman's Park for a 6-game series. And that is ball 4, so a 1-out base runner on the second walk inherited. James Gonzalez. Don't forget that Northwest Arkansas goes to San Antonio for 6. Then it'll go to Springfield for 6. And come back for the final 6-game homestand in San Antonio, taking on these boys, the Rockhounds. Then it's off to Amarillo for a 6-game season finale. No balls and 1 strike. Here's the pitch right there and in, and that's 1 ball and 1 strike. To tell you one thing, we will reveal the 2027 schedule as it becomes available next month. Month of August is always a good thing when you could see the schedule and you can see who they're going to take on. Well, the 2nd for 1. And there you go. Taco Villa double play. And that is how they come out of the half inning unscathed. Well, no runs, hits, or errors. And 1 left as we go to the bottom of the 3rd. And it's no score through 3.5. We'll be right back here in this one as Clark Elliott will get things ready to rock and roll for Midland. And we'll be right back here in this one. Well, we're just about set to go for the bottom of the third right now for the Rockhounds Baseball Network. Clark Elliott coming in as 8-9-1 due up against Omar Cruz, leading off this half inning. And that one will be in for the called strike. It's 0-1. No balls and one strike the count. Here's the pitch right there, high and outside as 1-1. No score here in the first 3.5 innings here in Midland. Wind up and the pitch, and that's going to be a high popper straight away up to left field, and Kai Murphy runs it down in time, and that's out number 1. Shane McGuire coming in now. One man down here in the bottom of the third inning. Would say if it would be 3 up, 3 down innings, and suffice to say that if there is a winner tonight, that would be pretty good. San Antonio through this series has really came in and up ahead in the series, 2-1. Boy, all the outfielders tried to get it in the last play, and that's going to get down for the base hit. Leo Dallas DeVries coming in now as he's 0 for 1 a pop out. Here is the 0-1, and that's going to be right there, line drive, and that's through for a hit. And he's headed for third, and he's going to be there. So that would be a single. Now first and third, no one man down.
Number 17.
Boy, to tell you one thing, getting pretty interesting here in Midland. Here's the pitch. That one's got high in the air straight away, and that should be enough to score in the run. Here comes the runner, and is across the score as the Rockhounds score in their first run, and it's 1-0 Midland. Well, pretty good RBI sacrifice right there to the straightaway center field area. What's that right there? Scores in the run. Nate Nankill coming in as he'll take that side in for a strike. It's 0-1. Hands there in San Antonio say partly cloudy skies. Overcast conditions going into a Saturday morning. Thunderstorms as well developing through the afternoon hours there in San Antonio. That one high in the air right there up to center field, Kai Roberts, and that will do. 1 run, 2 hits, no errors, and 1 left on. And we end 3, Midland out in front, 1-0. 4th inning set to go as we get ready for Ethan Salas to come in. Sanabria and Carpathios following in from behind. And we'll go to the 4th inning for San Antonio coming up. Top of the fourth inning for San Antonio coming up right now on the Rockhounds Baseball Network. Ethan Salas getting set to go as we lead off the fourth for San Antonio. That curveball well and inside. It's 0-1 the count. Boy, wind's blowing slightly to the right field area. Shifting a little bit as well as you see the flags unfurl. Nice cool breeze getting into the early evening here in Midland. What's that right there? Pretty good. 2 balls and a strike now to Ethan Salas. And that is a swing and a miss. It's 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And here's the pitch. That one outside for a ball. It's 3-2. Sanabria waits on deck. Here's a 3-2 offering. And that one's going to be lofted high in the air, up to right field, and that is out number 1. Boy, just a pretty good line out right there, but San Antonio's doing everything they can to keep a well head of this series. 2-1 in the lead for San Antonio's favor. Romeo Sanabria coming in. Yes, Bob, absolutely right about that. Slider will ricochet behind the backstop. It's 0-1. No balls, 1 strike, the pitch. And that one's well crushed high in the air, straight to the right fielder. And there's 2 down. So 2 quick outs to begin this top of the fourth for San Antonio. Right fielder's Braden Carpathio as he tries up next. Here's the first pitch offering. High pop up. And whoa. That's not good right there. And that ends the inning. So he comes in, pops it up, and they get out of the half inning unscathed. So no runs, hits, or errors. Nobody left on for San Antonio as we go 4.5. Midland out in front by 1. So we'll be ready to go as Brendan Malone will get set to go for the bottom of the fourth coming up. Well, I had to stop for a little snacky, but anyway, well, leading off the bottom of the fourth inning is a leadoff batter, Brandon Malone, as he'll get started for Midland. That one yanked foul. It's 0-1. No balls and one strike. And the pitch right there and out of play. It's 0-2. Hey, Bob, where you at? John? Yeah, what's up, man? I think I need to go back to San Antonio. Something bad's happened. What? Yeah. What's going on? Tell me. My wife passed away. Oh. I am so sorry. Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and go on back home, and I'll see you back when you get home. Oh, well, if you need anything, you let me know. Okay? Yeah.
Ball.
I definitely will. Oh, I'm sorry, Bob. Safe travel home, okay? All right, well, Bob is going to go home now, so I'll just be the only man in the booth, and that's going to be out of play. It's 1-1. Here's a 1-1 offering, and that one is out of play. It's 1-2. Oh, well, that just stinks, seeing that Bob has to go back to San Antonio because his wife all of a sudden just passed away. Right there, out number 2. 2 down in the half inning.
Third baseman, number 11.
But anyway, yes, we will have a prayer for him and for his family during this hard time. Luke Mann coming up now. 0-for-1.
Yeah.
Well, Bob is leaving the stadium here tonight, and he's driving back to San Antonio as we speak. Getting on the highway and going 5 hours south of Midland.
3.
And right there, that is out number 3. That will conclude the inning. So, no runs, hits, or errors, and nobody left on. As we go to the 5th inning, it is 1-0 Rockhounds.
Leading things off.
Top of the 5th inning, here's a designated hitter, Albert Fabian, 1-for-1 single. 50 pitches already by James Gonzalez, the leadoff starter for the Rockhounds. Just a sad state of affair that's going on, and she was a great wife to Bob, and now we see that today she has taken her final breath. And to bet you Bob got a call or a text saying his wife had passed away. And our thoughts and prayers to him and his family during this time. And she was a great friend, Out in Nelson Wolf Stadium, we would sit in the booth and we'd had the dogs in there. They would play as we do the broadcast, all this other stuff. And will be missed greatly. But most evidently, our thoughts and prayers to Bob and his family, his friends, and so far those that are with him through this tough time. Ann got her guardian angel wings and stuff right there, and that's going to be out number 3, and that will be the side retired. So, no runs, hits, or errors, and nobody left on for San Antonio as we go now to the bottom of the 5th inning. It is 1-0 Midland. Well, we'll be right back here in this one as we'll lead it off with Cameron Leary getting set to go for the bottom of the fifth. Well, just about set to go for the bottom of the fifth inning here in Midland. Jonathan Baker with you live as we go to the bottom of the fifth inning. Cameron Leary getting ready to go. Here's the pitch right there and outside is 1 ball, no strikes. .44 pitches by Omar Cruz, and that's going to be well and inside. And it's 1-1. Now, wish Bob didn't have to go back to San Antonio tonight, but unfortunately, with the passing of his wife, he had to just go back home. But anyway, we'll take it through here Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So make sure you tune in to Rockhounds Baseball as we get going. That is out number 1 to Leary.
Left fielder, Clark.
And most likely, Bob, if you are listening on the radio here, as you drive back to San Antonio, take as much time as you need off. Because, if you have to take a week or 2 weeks, 3, just, take some time off and go be with your family during this tough time. Here's the 0-1 offering, and that's going to be a ground ball straight away to the second baseman. Throws down to Sanabria, and in time, and that's out number 2. Shane McGuire coming in, 1-for-1 single. So far, Bob and I would always talk every evening, but knowing that this would be his last time here in the first half, will most definitely be pretty hard for me to do this on my own, but I used to do it on my own a lot of times, but most evidently I think it'd be just like the good old days. Here's the 0-2 offering right there out of play. It's 0-2. Still hanging on is Shane McGuire. 0-2, one more time. That one's down in the dirt, and it will roll foul. It's 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count. The pitch high in the air, straight away. Up to right field is Braden Carpathios, and he'll make the play for the third and final out here in this half opening. Well, we head for the 6th inning, and Midland still leads it by 1-0 as we go to the 6th. Well, halfway through tonight's broadcast, and so far, boy, not a lot of home runs in this one, but Midland sure leads it by 1-0 against San Antonio. Good ball game tonight as we get ready for the second half of this Friday night. So far, a pretty good one. Midland Rockhounds. Shohei Tomokioka getting on the mound now. A right-hander is on the lead off the top half of the 6th inning for Midland. Luis Verdugo coming in now as he'll swing and a miss in the count now, 0-1. Verdugo is a 0-for-1 ground out here in this ball game. Let's go ahead and give you some scores. Springfield leading 5-2 against Tulsa, top of the 5th. 1-0 Midland as we lead it off in the top half of the 6th inning. Northwest Arkansas leading 3-0 against Wichita. Corpus Christi leading 2-0 against the Frisco Rough Riders. Amarillo, bottom of the 5th, leads Arkansas 4-3. We got warm-up in the bullpen for Midland. So 2-2 the count now as Shohei Tomokioka is having a little chat. Davis Andrews coming in now for the calling ball and strikes behind the plate.
That's out.
And that one is right there outside, 3-2, but they'll contest that one. And still going to uphold that call. It's 3-2. One more ball, and it'll be a free pass on base. Here's a 3-2 offering, and that's going to be lined high in the air straight away up to right field, and the right fielder will get it himself. It's out number one.
Shortstop,
Clay Dungan coming in now as so far he'll lead it off here for the shortstop. 0 for 1, a walk. Well, hopefully Bob will be back as we get set for the second half. Now, me and him, we always run the booth together, but with this situation that just unfurled in front of us, well, he has to go back home.
Yep, got him. Take your base.
And that is right there. That will drill him in the back.
number 24.
And Clay Dungan gets a free pass on base, as that will be a base runner with 1 out. Center fielder Kai Roberts coming in is 0 for 2. And that is right there out of play. It's 0-1. So still continuing this 1-0 lead, but San Antonio's got that tying run there at first. That is right there. Ground ball straight away to second for 1, and they get them in time, and that ends the half inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, 1 left on. As we head to the bottom half of the 6th inning, Rockhounds lead at 1-0. So Leo Dallas DeVries will lead it off for Midland when we come back. Well, we're just about set to go for the bottom of the 6th inning here in Midland, and leading it off is Leo Dallas DeVries, who is 1 for 2 of tonight. And the pitch is right there and out of play, and it's counting now at 0-1. Welcome you back to Rockhounds baseball on this Friday night, 4th of the 6 games yet. The pitch is high fly in the air, straight away center. And up to get it is Kai Roberts making the play, and that's out number 1.
Now batting. Second baseman.
Colby Halter, the second baseman, coming in, is 0 for 1, a sacrifice fly RBI. The pitch to him, and that one's high and outside for the ball. It's 1-0. Omar Cruz having a little talk with the home plate umpire. Davis Andrews. 1 ball and no strikes, and that's going to be right there, high in the air, straight away to Kai Murphy. And that is out number 2.
Right fielder, number 39.
Right fielder Nate Nankiel coming in, 0 for 2, a strikeout and a line out. Wind up and the pitch. And that one's going to head to right field, and that will do it. So no runs, hits, or errors, and no one left on for Midland. 6 innings in the books tonight. The Rockhounds lead it 1-0. 7th inning coming up for San Antonio right after this.
Now
So we'll be back here as Stevie Emanuel's a right-hander will get ready to go for Midland on the mound. They'll lead it off here in the top of the 7th inning here tonight. Well, we're just about set to go for the top half of the seventh inning for San Antonio right now on the Rockhounds Baseball Network. Bob ain't here, but I do sound like him a little bit. Ethan Salas coming in is 0 for 2. Well, Bob is gone. And so far we are in the booth here, but we'll lead it off here for the seventh inning. Ethan Salas coming in is 1 ball, 1 strike. Boy, just 3 more innings to go. 9 outs left for San Antonio, and Rockhounds lead it 1-0 here in this game. A lot of zeros except for the lone 1 run. And, ooh, ouch, that got him. Ow. Ooh. Uh-oh. Now the injury comes in. At the conclusion of the last play, Ethan Salas was seen to be shaking out the wrist. There is full mobility in it, which is occurring, but it is causing a good deal of pain. Salas will be removed from the game and will be sidelined for a few days. Well, we are going to have to go to a new arm. In substitution, there will be a pitch runner. Ryan Jackson will be the pinch runner.
Now batting.
Romeo Sanabria coming in 0 for 1, a walk. Ethan Salas, tonight's catcher as well, so boy, I tell you one thing, that just really gets you on your toes when you really have to go through that. No balls and 1 strike. Here's the pitch, and right there in the count now is 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes the count now as Romeo Sanabria comes in. That one hit high in the air, straight away to third. In time is out number 1.
Now batting. Right fielder, number 22.
That'll bring in the right fielder, Braden Carpathios, as he comes in. Stevie Emanuel's pitching for the Rockhounds tonight. And that is in for a cold strike. It's 0-1. No balls, 1 strike the count. And the pitch. That one yanked foul. It's 0-2. Field completely shrouded in the shadows. Sun going down, and that's a high pop-up right there. The catcher's getting it. And that is out number 2. Boy, I tell you one thing, that's kind of rough around the edges. Well, rough around the edges. Huh. Well, rough around the edges it is. Bob, I thought you left already. I forgot something. Well, what'd you forget? You're in here? Yeah, I came back to the ballpark. I came in quietly and stuff. I do apologize there, Johnny. Oh, that's okay. Well, anyway, just grab what you need and go ahead and head on out, and I'll see you back in San Antonio, okay? Okay. Well, anyway, we go to the bottom half of the 7th inning. We'll take you to the 7th inning stretch, and the Rockhounds in front by 1-0. All right, so we are going to have Jagger Haynes being the catcher tonight, so he'll get into the uniform of being the catcher. And so far, pretty good. Brendan Malone to lead it off as we have the bottom half of the 7th inning set to go. Hey, John, thank you for everything, and we'll see you back in San Antonio. Okay. Well, anyway, you better hurry up and get on the road, man, because once it gets dark, those deer come out. So, yeah, you got to hurry. The daylight's burning. Yeah. Thank you, John. Uh-huh. Goodbye, Bob. No balls, 2 strikes to Brennan Malone, and here is the pitch. And that is going to be right there in the count now, 0-2. You know, I tell you one thing. I thought Bob had already left. He would be on the road, and I guess so far he forgot something. He had to come back into the booth. And, yeah, so far I think he... Oh, he texted me. He's saying he forgot his phone charger.
Number 6.
His phone was plugged in, so he had to come back and get it. That's okay. I do the same thing. If I left my phone plugging in, I would definitely go back and get it. But anyway, no balls and 1 strike to count now to Drew Swift. Lined up in the pitch, and that's going to be lofted high in the air, deep to left field. And running after it is Kai Murphy as he'll make the play for out number 2.
Batting, third baseman, number 11.
Luke Mann coming in now. The third baseman is 0 for 2, a strikeout and a pop out. So yes, again, Bob is going to San Antonio this evening and will not be joining us tomorrow or Sunday, just to let y'all know. So most likely we wish him the best of luck. Well, I would say in this hard time he would need all the luck he could get over his wife's passing. High in the air, straight away up to left field is Murphy. And that will be out number 3. Well, no runs, hits, or errors, and nobody left on as we head to the 8th inning on this Friday night. Midland leads it 1-0.
Now pitching.
We'll have a new arm for the Rockhounds as we get ready to go for the top half of the 8th inning coming up right after the breaks. Well, we head for the top half of the 8th inning. Left-hander Will Johnston will get on the mound for Midland. And so far, four-seam slider, splitter, curveball, and a cutter on his scouting report. And so far, pretty good on top of that. Leading it off for San Antonio, top of the 8th inning, the third baseman, Nate Montu, coming in 0 for 2. So far, a nice, beautiful evening. Right there, ground ball, straight away to second. In time, and that's out number 1. Got him by a footstep.
Now batting, left fielder.
Boy, tell you what, just a lot of daylight left here in this ball game. Boy, Bob, you better hurry up and get home. I mean, I'm telling you. Get to San Antonio, go see your family and friends, and probably the funeral arrangements for Ann is being made. Family that, go there and make the arrangements. They always do something to help out. Make those things happen. 1 ball, 1 strike the count now as Kai Murphy, 1 man down, and San Antonio down to their final 4 outs tonight, trying to get this game tied and hopefully try to win it here tonight. Try to keep a good series lead against Midland. And right there, that is out number 2 as he swung on and missed. Boy, to tell you one thing, the umpire camera got him really good, and so far that was the second out. Here is Luis Verdugo now as he comes in, takes a splitter, swung on and missed. And it's 0-1. 0 for 2, a fly out and a ground out by Luis Verdugo. Now so far, just me by myself in this one. And
that's a ball.
2 more games in Midland, and I'll head home as well. 14,205. Bob and me, we come in separate cars when we do our live broadcasts. And yes, we do travel a bunch. We could go to Midland, Arkansas. We go everywhere. Here's a 2-1 high in the air, and that is up to the center field area as the second baseman ranges under it, makes the play, ends the inning, and that would do it. No runs, hits, or errors, and nobody left on. Bottom half of the 8th set to go. It's 1-0 Midland.
Leading off.
Rockhounds center fielder Cameron Leary coming in now is 0 for 2. Already a pretty good ball game as that's hit high in the air straight away. Center fielder Roberts lunges to make the play, and that is out number 1. Clark Elliott, the left fielder, is 0 for 2, a fly out and a ground out. Well, so far that's going to pretty much do for Omar Cruz. New arm, Emmanuel Canales coming in as he'll get on the hill for San Antonio. Omar Cruz departs after 8 1/3 inning, which that right there pretty good.
Number 16.
Well, Emmanuel Canales coming in now as he's a right-hander. He'll get a ball from the manager. 4-seam slider, changeup, and a sinker getting ready to go here for San Antonio. So far to get the final 2 outs as he comes in relief. Wind up and the pitch, and that's in for a strike. It's 0-1. Pretty good as he drills that one straight in the zone. And here's the pitch, and that's going to be outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. But we're going to see where that is. He'll contest that. And yes, that one was outside. So they can't argue that and say, no, it was not outside. It was definitely outside. Clear as day, and you see that. Well, that's up to right field as that will land in for a base hit. So, one out single continues
Shane
as Clark Elliott gets on base. Shane McGuire coming up next. And that one is absolutely drilled. And the Rockhounds will strike for strike for two, I should say, by Shane McGuire. And now it's a 3-0 lead for Midland. Boy, and they come in here and pow, right out of the ballpark. Oh, Leo Dallas DeVries coming in as 1 for 3. Boy, and that gives any chance of San Antonio to come back in this one a very slim one at most. Leo Dallas DeVries coming in 1 for 3. 0-1 the count now to him. And the pitch. That one is a high flyer straight away up to left field. And Murphy gets on the warning track to make the play, and that is out number 2. Don't forget Midland wearing their road oranges tomorrow. Home whites on Sunday. So most evidently pretty good. San Antonio wearing their grays as we go through this series. And that's going to be right there. And that will be a 2-out single as Colby Halter now gets on base. Well, San Antonio winning the first 2 games. 5-2 on Tuesday night, 12-3 on Wednesday. Losing last night 4-1. And now tonight up for grabs this game right here between the 2 ball clubs. Nate Nankiel, a right fielder. Up now in the count now, 0-1. And that's a swing and a miss. It's 0-2. Well, most evidently will stay in Midland until Tuesday, hopefully. And then head back to San Antonio by Wednesday afternoon. And pretty good on that. But Shane McGuire strikes for 2, courtesy of the home run. And we head to the 9th inning. Rockhounds lead it 3-0. So we'll be right back here in this one as a left-hander gets loose on the mound for Midland when we come back. Well, we head for the top of the ninth inning here in Midland as we get set to go. A left-hander, Ben Bowden, is coming out now. 4.22 in the ERA, 14.9 strikeout rate, 296 over to 077. Leading off is the shortstop Clay Dungan, over a walk. And I do believe he got hit by a pitch as he came in. That I'm going to find out, and we'll see where that went from there. No balls and one strike to the leadoff batter, Dungan.
Ball one.
And yes, he did get hit by a pitch, so most evidently got a free pass tonight. The pitch, and that is outside. The count now 2-1. Ball game almost over tonight. So far, Bob was here just through almost the whole ball game, but had to go to San Antonio just to get arrangements ready for his wife and for the family. And is going to be laid to rest. And did I get that right? He did shoot me a text saying the arrangements were made as they will lay her to rest on the 16th or 17th. I do believe it said the 16th. Yep, there we go. Okay. So that would be that Thursday. And they'll have the memorial service at 9 a.m. following in the rest, the burial that will be in the cemetery there in San Antonio at high noon. So 1 ball and 2 strikes the count. And the pitch is right there, a swing and a miss. And that will be out number 1. 2 outs to do for San Antonio tonight. And we'll go ahead and give you scores. Bottom of the 7th inning there in Tulsa. Springfield leading it 5-2. Midland leading San Antonio 3-0 here in this ball game. Top of the 9th inning. And that one is in for a strike. It's 0-1 to the catcher, Jagger Haynes. Northwest Arkansas 6-1 against Wichita. Corpus Christi leading 3-0 against the Frisco Rough Riders. Amarillo got a good lead against Arkansas. They lead 8-3 in the bottom of the 7th inning. Runner on first, 1 man down, 0-2 the count now to Jagger Haynes. And that's a swing and a miss. The slider gets him down. And the Mission's down to their final out here tonight. Romeo Sanabria coming in is over to a walk. Boy, tell you one thing, it's just rough around the edges when you can't get nothing going. The slider will miss outside. It's 0-1. No balls and 1 strike, the count now to him. And there he goes again, trying to chase it. Now down 0-2, down to the final strike for San Antonio this evening. And the pitch.
Nope.
And the slider is downstairs. It's 1-2. Game on the line for the San Antonio Missions tonight. Rockhounds lead 3-0, all well earned here in the game. 1-2 offering. That one is high and outside, 2-2, so that will miss. Boy, trying to get on and trying to keep the half inning alive here tonight. That one is going to be lofted high in the air straight away, and that is down through for the base hit. Second and third now. Now the tying run coming up for the Missions.
Now batting, right fielder, number
And all they need is a home run. That's all they need to get something going. Boy, that left fielder missed it pretty badly. And it rolled all the way to the backfield wall. Now here is Braden Carpathios as that one's downstairs. It's 1-0. Second and third now. Flight out in the second inning is 0 for 3. Tying run is Carpathios. A base hit gets a couple in, but a home run will get them all in. And that's going to be in, but we'll see where that one is, as that will be a contested ball. And it's going to be upheld. It's 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2-1, 2 out. Top of the ninth inning. Rockhounds 3, San Antonio nothing. 1 ball, 2 strikes now, down to the final strike for the Missions here tonight. And the pitch, swing and a miss, and the Rockhounds win it. And that ties it up for the series. Now 2-2 for both San Antonio and Midland as they come in and they win it here tonight. Well, Rockhounds will claim their 40th of the season. And I got to say, that right there, a pretty good win. As now they'll put San Antonio down to 41 and 44. They pick up the loss here in this one. And so far, just a pretty good night here in this one. Well, Rockhounds win it by 3-0, a shutout finish. And so far, that will do for this game here in Midland. James Gonzalez gets the win. Ben Bowden gets the save. And do believe that the loss tonight going to Omar Cruz as he'll take the L for San Antonio. Well, anyway, Missions and Rockhounds done tonight on this Saturday. And so far, 2 games left to do here in this one. Tell you what, first half is near its end. It's getting ready to take on 2 more tomorrow and Sunday. Well, 7:05 our start for tomorrow, and so far it'll just be me by myself. And yeah, it looked like Bob got to everything. Probably went back to the motel, loaded up his stuff, and he went back to San Antonio tonight. Most evidently, it is getting dark, so hopefully he'll watch for all the deer out there. Because normally you get out into the deer country, there's a lot of deer, let me tell you. But anyway, I got to say, it is really good to see that Midland took this game, and so far, now we're a tied series at 2-2. Well, everybody, tomorrow evening, post-game fireworks after the ball game. And so far, this will be the last firework Saturday in the first half. So we want everybody to come out, enjoy this game. And so far, come on out. Get your tickets now, rockhoundsbaseball.com. And so far, you are good to go. Well, our thoughts and prayers tonight for Bob and his family for the loss of Ann. And, she was a great wife to Bob, and so far she will be missed dearly. And so far she really will be. No doubt about it. But anyway, we will definitely keep my partner in prayer. And so far, we will definitely continue to keep him and his family in prayers during this difficult time. Well, anyway, Shane McGuire was a 2 for 3, a home run and 2 RBIs. He is the top player of the game tonight for Midland. And I got to say, pretty good for him. Well, 2 games left, and got to say, for these 2 magnificent ball clubs, We are back one more night game tomorrow evening, 7:05, first pitch. And don't forget, Sunday we'll wrap it up with our series finale against these two here in the first half. Don't forget, we are not gone. We are going to be in the Texas League All-Stars break. And so far, 4 days off, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. I mean, that right there will be pretty good. Well, Bob did shoot me a lot of texts. He did say he went back to the motel that we were staying in. And, well, so far, I'll pretty much be staying in the motel for the next 2 nights alone. But anyway, pretty good on that. Well, anyway, hope y'all had a pretty good day today. But anyway, series will tie up as Midland takes a 3-0 victory. And it's 2-2 in this homestand. Tomorrow evening, we'll decide whether San Antonio breaks the 2-2 tie series or if, Midland comes in and takes it 3-2 and then come back on Sunday and take it 4 out of 2 here in this one. But anyway, looking at the scores right now, top of the 8th inning for Frisco and Corpus Christi. And then top of the 8th between Arkansas and Amarillo. I mean, close game there in Corpus Christi, but, the Rough Riders are down 3-0 against Corpus Christi. Amarillo, I tell you one thing, they are leading the charge by 5 runs against the Arkansas Travelers. Springfield 5-3. The bottom of the 7th inning, and Northwest Arkansas leading 6-1 against Wichita. So pretty good on that. But anyway, hope y'all have a good night. And for the family of Bob, we do keep y'all in prayers as we continue to go on through tonight and also through this week into next week as well. And as I said before, Bob, if you need some time off, if you can hear me on the radio, take you as much time as you need. Go be with your family. And, I'll take it from here. I got 2 more games here in Midland, and then if you need to take some time off for the second half, that's great too. So make sure you come in, and we'll continue onward as I'll just be me right now, and, gonna be tough without Bob because normally we talk through the ball game, but so far through this hard week, we'll pretty much have to do without him, but I'll be here in the booth tomorrow and Sunday, and then do believe they will bury Ann on that Thursday, so prior to the start of the second half of opening night there in San Antonio, it will be a 9-game homestand to lead it off, and then we're up in Amarillo right after that. Well, anyway, hope y'all have a good night, and we will see y'all again tomorrow night for our final home game, or should I say final night game here in the first half. And don't forget, Sunday at 1:05, we'll wrap it up, and then we say goodbye for 4 days. Anyway, we'll see y'all again, and have a good night. From Midland, Texas, our final score, Midland Rockhounds 3, and the San Antonio Missions, nothing. So, 3 runs on 6 hits, no errors. And for Midland, Well, for Midland, it's 3 runs on 6 hits, no errors. And for San Antonio, just 3 hits allowed. I was thinking, oh, did San Antonio want it? No. They'll switch it around. But anyway, well, y'all have a good night, and we'll see y'all tomorrow evening. This is Jonathan Baker, reporting live from Midland.